Life of Education. So today, Keith and I are here and we're talking about some fitness questions.
Yeah, so we just thought we were going to try and answer some of your questions in short, snappy videos. We'll try not be too boring. What's the first question?
Fat busting and can you reduce weight in a particular spot of your body? So a lot of people want to lose weight, say just on their arms or just on their tummy or just on their legs. So we're going to ask Keith today, is that possible? Can we just lose weight in one area?
No. So as much as people would like to do 1,000 sit-ups for guys with a beer belly and lose your belly fat, it's just not going to happen that way. The only way to burn the fat is to use it as energy. There's a lot of stuff online now with social media being so prevalent that you can push some, you can do a lot of sit-ups and you'll burn your belly fat, or you can do a certain amount of exercises for the back of your arms. You're going to burn the fat off the back of your arms. It just doesn't happen that way. All you're going to do is just to make the muscle underneath the body fat a little bit stronger and a little bit thicker in size. For body fat burning, you need to be on some sort of calorie controlled diet, whether it's a deficit or whether it's on point. Mm-hmm. You need to be able to exercise to a high enough intensity that you can burn that body fat for energy, and then you also need to get sleep. You need to get at least 7-8 hours sleep per night. There's slightly differences on that sleep, but sleep is the most important thing because you recover when you sleep. So while you're burning energy to do the exercise at the time, you're going to continue to burn energy when you're recovering, and that happens mostly overnight while your body is doing nothing else but simply recovering. So those Instagram pages that you see where you have a whole selection of exercises that are geared towards the back of your arms, try these tricep kickbacks, tricep pushdowns, this tricep, that's not going to burn the body fat off the back of your arm. It's just going to make the muscle underneath a little bit stronger and a little bit more dense. Same with the abs, same with the crunches, same with all those glute exercises when you see people doing the glute kickbacks.
The booty stuff.
Yeah, the booty stuff. It's all great, looks great on Instagram, gives these people lots and lots of followers. But if you take that into a gym program setting and you do that for a prolonged period of time, 6, 12, 8 weeks, all you're going to do is make that muscle tone underneath nice and firm, which is a good thing for some people, but it's not going to chip away at that unwanted cellulite or those body fat layers over. It's not really going to help you drop a dress size or fit into those tight jeans that you're trying to squeeze into. You need to look at your diet. You'll need to look at a calorie controlled diet, whether it's a deficit or, again, just a little bit less.
Okay, so I've got another question. Can you do spot reduction diets? Is there a particular diet where you can just lose weight around your belly fat?
Belly fat, there's some research to say that belly fat is linked to high stress cortisol. Mm-hmm. So a particular diet over another type of diet there's not a favorable one over another, but what you will get when you diet is you reduce all of the pro-inflammatory foods. So you have your elimination diet, whether you go vegan or whether you go vegetarian or whether you go into a calorie deficit. Chances are you're going to cut out those high calorie, high gluten, high refined sugar fat diet. From there, that will then in turn lead to a reduction in your pro-inflammatory kind of blood glucose levels. So that next step will be a reduction in cortisol, a reduction in stress, which then may lend itself to you be more kind of fat adapted and burn more body fat as fuel in the longer run. But that's more from an elimination diet in general. It's not necessarily because you've gone for an Atkins diet or a paleo diet. It's the fact that you're reducing the amount of sugar, carbs, corn syrup, all of those negative. So that everybody knows these. They're in the literature. It's written there. It's quite easy to research, but it's more the elimination diet rather than certain specific diet for belly fat. When it comes to glutes and kind of thighs for females, some of the research says that it's females with estrogen imbalances. I don't know how convincing that stuff is. When you get down into the nitty gritty on that nutritional research, you end up in an argument or you end up in a conversation about how that information was gathered and is it a reliable study or is it not, which is a problem with nutritional studies in this day and age at the moment. They look back on how people remember what they ate, which always creates grey areas and memory blanks. So
conclusions,
guys, if you want to burn fat, increase your lean muscle mass overall. So
So weight train everywhere?
Pretty much. Well, not everywhere, because if you want to be time efficient, focus on the larger muscle groups, like your legs, like your glutes, like your quads, like your what else we got? Hamstrings. The muscles that run down the length of your back, your lat pull down, your pull-ups, your chest, your core. Do those large compound exercises from a time efficient perspective. So you get as most bang for your buck. That's going to turn your body kind of from a 1 litre engine into a 2 litre engine into a 3 litre engine, meaning you're going to burn much more fuel when you're sedentary and idle and just hanging around. And then when that engine starts the exercise, if you've got a 2 litre engine exercising, you're going to burn way more calories than if you're just a 1 litre engine exercising. You're going to burn much more calories, much higher fuel consumption. If you don't have that from your diet, guess where you're going to get it from? Your body fat stores. So you remember that calorie controlled diet on top of a lean mass kind of building program. You can do cardio if you wish. It's always good to get an aerobic base, but for the longer longevity of everything, you're looking at resistance training with a level that keeps your heart.
Guys, we have a online fitness education podcast on a life of education. So if you subscribe to us by clicking the button down below, then you can listen to all our podcasts and they're all free. And if you have any questions that you want us to answer, then just type it in.
Thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe down below. We have a podcast coming out every week where we speak to experts in the world of health and fitness. We get their opinion, we get their expertise, and we try and pick the brain. We try and give you golden nuggets. We'll be doing a lot more of these in the future. So if you like it, show some support. And any questions or any conversations you want to start, just write them in the comments below, and we'll be as responsive as we can. Thanks, guys.